Jacob Larson here with Iron Horse Mud Ranch. We've taken over the Iron Horse Mud Ranch and are trying to develop it into an awesome mud park like it used to be, and bring the mud family back together here at Iron Horse. We've been out here for about a month, dozing all the pits. Took a dozer across every inch of the mud pits, and then once all the mud was kind of leveled out, all the holes were filled in, we took a tractor and we plowed every inch of the mud, 2 directions. We're talking big holes, the DOT pit, 4-wheeler pits, the back ATV field. We did all that. We then pumped water into here and then ripped it again once the water was in, to let that water absorb down into the dirt and really get a good mud base for Friday. And watching these guys start off on Friday, these guys could run back and forth, and I know at 7:30 a.m. I was pulling people out with the excavator, and smiles on people's faces. It was really good. We also put in the tug pad, which is a huge upgrade for the park. We really like that. The nice big pad, 25 by 125 feet long. Redid all the stage. We did new lights and put Christmas tree lights up for the start stop on the tug pad. We worked all that dirt around there to make it so that trucks could easily get in and out. There was no mud holes. We barricaded a lot of it off, so that way the trucks that are tugging are secluded, and that way it's never an issue getting on and off the tug pad. Just making things fluid, that way we can bump through tugs and get as many in one night as possible to keep the show going. We've also gone around the entire park and widened out all the creek crossings. Everywhere that a road had across the creek, we widened those out for the bigger trucks. Some of these guys are building them bigger and badder and wider and faster, so we just want to make sure that they had ease of access to any part of the park. We've dumped rock and graded all the roads to try and make them as smooth as possible. We've been trying to keep the water truck rolling as much as we can around all the park, trying to keep the dust down, and I think it's been a pretty successful job of that all weekend. We've also done some other stuff with upgrading vendors, things like that. Try to get a bunch of guys in here to vend, and there's been a lot of food selections and things like that out of here. We moved freestyle to Friday, and that went off great. I mean, it was an awesome show. 11 trucks in there, and there was just some awesome footage that came out of there. I mean, Teeny Man just tore it up. He absolutely destroyed that freestyle pit. It was awesome. Good to see those guys down here. Then also to see Papa Smurf out here. I've watched him bogging all day. I mean, that's been awesome. He hasn't been out of the garage in quite a few years with the truck, but he's a good friend and a great guy, so I'm glad to see him down here bogging his truck again. A lot of other little things that people don't really notice that we've done. Painting barricades, sprucing up the place, tying new ribbon around just to keep the safety side of things. Trying to put reflectors on all the corners and all that type of stuff. That way, when people are cruising around, they can see and not bump into stuff and have accidents, which we're trying to prevent as much as possible. Also, entrances to the mud holes, we've got security guards placed all around, keeping trucks away from those entrances from parking there. That way there's a clear shot in and out of the mud pit for whenever you need it. And then throughout the park, we've got security posted at a lot of the major intersections, trying to keep traffic flowing, make sure that people are moving through the park how they're supposed to, that if you're cruising in your nice daily driver, that people aren't whipping donuts right in front of you and throwing mud on your truck and stuff like that. Trying to keep the roads as nice as possible. Also, they're staffed with fire extinguishers in case you're overheating on your way back to camp or however it may be. Just want to keep that stuff safe. I mean, I know it's not too far of a drive from any camp to every mud hole, but just trying to keep traffic flowing as much as possible around here, and I think they've done a really good job of that. Overall, I think it's been a great weekend. We've had a really good time out here. I know Todd Larson, myself, my mom, we've been out here having a great time. Really kind of been a drama-free week, and we've really enjoyed it. People kind of warned us that it might be overwhelming, but I think right now we're having a blast with a few thousand of our favorite friends. This is more than we could have ever asked. We thank everybody for your support and all your kind words of encouragement to us, and everybody coming in and saying, hey, can I lend a hand? That's just awesome. So thank you guys for everything you guys do, and we're going to keep trying to do our best to keep you guys happy and make sure that we stay rocking and rolling around here, and we're going to put Iron Horse Mud Ranch back on the map, guys. Thank you guys very much.
This weekend.
Are we having a good fucking time? Alright, here's the thing. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming out here and at least giving us the opportunity to show you how we can do this. We got a ton of good stuff coming up. Honestly, we're going to make this park the best park in the country. That's my goal. Does everybody like the new tug pad? Who said we've got to go to bed at 7 o'clock? It wasn't me. Alright? The buses are awesome. Honestly, it's a great way to get to and from. I'm there again, super glad everybody come out. I wanted to make sure every one of you actually got to see. This is Jake, my son. None of this would have happened without him. I'm on the road literally 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Without him being here, he's the guy behind all of the improvements, honestly, and I couldn't do it without him. This is a family sport that I think needs to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. With all of you guys here, I can see that it can happen. Hey, let's have a good time tonight. Everybody get back to their camps when we're done doing tugs safely, please. And there again, thank you again for coming out. I really, really appreciate it.
We're having a good time out here this weekend for sure, and we appreciate everything that's going on out here.